On your spiritual journey, there are going to be times when you really need to have a spiritual consultation or a healing consultation. And the reason is because there will be times when you feel extremely blocked. You may even have a whole lot of negative experiences all at once. You may have recurring nightmares. You may be afraid of opening up your abilities. You may be afraid of what happens on the other side of change, considering change for you may have always spelt some kind of disaster or some kind of fear. So on a subconscious level, you might be anticipating it being a very hard journey because your history has shown that you have had a very hard time when changes have come up. So when you feel like you're all over the place and you feel like you need someone to talk to, it is actually very, very vital that you have somebody that you can connect with that understands cognitive behavioral therapy and understands the layers and density energy of your auric field, who can work with frequency, vibration, sound, color, and also be connected in with energies surrounding your psychology as well. Your emotions create a vibration, okay? Your emotions create a vibration. When you're a little kid or a baby, we would just scream and cry whenever we needed help, right? We didn't really hold anything in. We didn't care what anybody thought of us. We were just screaming our heads off and hoping that that would mean that a mother would tune in to the different vibration of that scream and know whether it was just because the baby was bored, or just because the baby needed its butt changed, or maybe the baby was hungry, right? Or had a stomach ache or one of those things. So a mother becomes in tune with the vibration of the sounds of the baby, and the baby just wails away, knowing that by doing that, by expressing that, that something is going to be done about it. So what happens to you as you age, okay, and as you go through your own life experiences or childhood traumas, which everybody has, it doesn't really matter if your home life was awesome, there will always be something in there that is connected with some kind of traumatic response. But as we go through our life, we tend to get quieter. We're not going to cry out when something hurts us all of the time. And if you are somebody who does always carry on or cry, or there's something else going on with you, okay? And we can talk about that later. But for now, what we're talking about is the emotions that don't come to the surface. Now, what this does is it creates a lower frequency, a lower vibration, in a sense, a density, okay? Which makes it harder when there is that density for you to be able to break free to the other side, because you have built up a cage, a wall, a protective layer on the inside of your being that won't allow anything to break through because of a past situation where it might have been, you might have been told that you are ugly when you cry. You might have been told that boys don't cry. You might have been told that it's weakness to get upset. You might have been told that you had to shut up. You had to keep quiet. You know, you might have been in an abusive situation and you would cry silently, otherwise you're going to cop it, right? So all of these things that you might have taught yourself have created a density of energy, a density to your vibration, and it can be broken through and it can be healed as well. And when you start to have someone who you can talk to and connect with, have a consultation with, someone that you feel like you can trust, the emotional release starts to happen. And when the emotional release starts to happen, the waves and the pockets of energy that were stagnant for a long time have the capacity to finally come out. And in the broken places, it allows your spiritual team, the angels, okay, your loved ones, ancestors, whoever you connect with, it allows them to be able to repair, because you have finally burst forward with some kind of emotional release. Now remember that the more that you do have epiphanies and you're letting go and you're allowing and you're getting a correct emotional response about something, the more that the angels and your spiritual team are working with you to heal this out of your way, to create a lighter frequency, a lighter vibration, okay? And when you have a lighter vibration, guess what happens? Things start to become easier for you. So a lot of old programming can also happen and come through into this life without you even knowing why. And when that happens, it's coming from a past situation, a past life situation. So there are people out there, obviously including myself, who can connect in with that old dimensional energy, that old stagnant energy within you, which may show itself in your physical body as aches and pains and problems and even cancers. Okay? There is a way out of everything that you have gone through in your life, and I am absolutely living proof of that. If I hadn't been through the things that I'd been through, and you can read about me at my website, okay? If I hadn't been through those things, I wouldn't be able to see energy. I wouldn't be able to remember who I am and what I have done in previous lifetimes myself. I wouldn't be able to see energy and vibration and sound and be able to notice those things within your energy field and help you to recover a strong, high vibrational energy. And when you do that, it's amazing what starts to happen. You start to have confidence, a lot more confidence. You couldn't care less about what other people's pathway is, because yours is very important. You will much more than not be able to really navigate your feelings and let things out in a healthy way, rather than holding on to them for fear of what somebody else thinks, or for fear of being weak, or for fear that you will be rejected in some way. Okay? The energy of the divine flows through each and every one of you. Okay? And it takes a little bit of practice and determination on your part, but there's nothing that cannot be changed. Okay? Sound, music, okay, is also vibration, and it can be a great tool on your journey. If you want a little bit of a hint, you don't like to meditate, what you can do is take 3 of your favorite songs, whether they're heavy metal, it doesn't matter what 3 songs are. And what you do in those 3 songs is you're just sort of like saying, okay, I'm open to receiving, I'm open to allowing, that's all you say. But you're going to try to choose one instrument, might be the drums, right? That you try to isolate, and you try to listen, and you spend that time, that 5-10 minutes, whatever it is, listening to picking out one of the instruments. And I can tell you that that in itself is a meditation as well. You're not alone on this journey. There are plenty of us out here on all different types of platforms that are generally trying to help you, okay? We often don't get the views that some other people get, but we're definitely here trying to help, okay? So if this has resonated with you, I hope to hear from you at some time, and I'm sending so much love and support to each one of you. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.